Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through the Supreme Arena defenses I've come up with for this week. We're going to lead it off with the free-to-play set of teams. So team number 1 is going to be the Gala nuking team in the Lightbearer comp, because you have Hugin buffing up Gala, you have Rowan buffing up Gala, and then you also have Siren to block the enemy artifact. We have the Seismic Spell to lock down the enemies and deal bonus damage. And we have Bonnie just because she can debuff enemies, and we have a lot of magic damage. We can spread the debuffs and hopefully kill the enemies pretty quickly. Unfortunately, this map is awkward. We would like to have Tessio buffing up Gala, but having him buff up Siren is also a good option. And if you have Marcel, you probably should replace Gala for Marcel, because that would be stronger if they equal Paragon level. Okay, moving on to team number 2. Team number 2 is going to be Shimira, Damon, Ludovic, because basically these are a really core combo of 3 heroes that have great survival with the Ludovic healing and Damon shielding, and they have a major damage output potential. If Shimira is able to get off her ultimate, we're also running her with the Blood Moon spell, she will be able to nuke enemies pretty easily. And then also what we have in the back is when the other heroes join into the battle, Pandora is going to be putting Tassi in the box, and Tassi will come out of the box and cast her ultimate. I believe it does work having Pandora as a standby hero, because it will work as if she's entering the battle to begin with, right at the beginning. And then your Tassi is going to be able to clean up with her ultimate, and we also have Grim Executioner buffing up the Tassi. We have the Blood Moon spell because it can disarm enemies at the plus 30 artifact to frontline enemies, which, because of limited heroes in this map, only 3 heroes who are going to be entering battle, then the disarm can get quite a lot of value, and Blood Moon will also power up Shimira more, and we have a lot of healing, so I thought we could go for a more offensive artifact for this team number 2. So team number 3 is going to be the Shakir Thador bomb comp, now because Shakir is able to ultimate right away. Now the thing is, if you do not have Thador or Shakir at plus 10 exclusive equipment, I'll give you a different alternative which will be more free-to-play friendly. But if you have both of these heroes at plus 10 exclusive equipment, you definitely want to try running a team like this. It's just overall really strong, allowing Shakir to ultimate right away, and coupled with the other damage we have in the team. So Snow Stomper will be taking an enemy Lily May interruption prior to Shakir casting ultimate, because he's more frontmost. We also have Ravion to buff up your Lily May and Shakir in the back for damage output. And then we have Divine Favor spell, which will be buffing up Lily May and Ravion in this position for more damage. We have Pheromore to buff up Lily May so she can hit even harder with another temporary buff, attack buff, and also because a lot of people have Pheromore belt. Now, if you do not have Thador and Shakir, or maybe you don't have them at plus 10 exclusive equipment, you can run the same team with Iron and Almas and just have them in the same position. The reason why this is still going to be a strong option is you're going to crowd control enemies at the beginning. Snow Stomper will take an enemy Lily May interruption, and then you will have your Lily May and Ravion who will hopefully be able to clean up the enemy team. So that is still going to be a good option for free-to-play players out there. And for those of you who have Baelran built, you may want to run Baelran in map number 2 this week. So in this free-to-play set of teams, I've come up with another basically team option you can use on this map 2 using Baelran. So because Baelran does well with the twins for that healing and also the Soothrain spell, I thought we want to complete the Hypogean Celestial to get the Phantomal. So I went for Frestro as a 3rd hero here. You can use others, like if you had Athalia, definitely you could use her. But like Frestro is obviously more free-to-play friendly. So we have the real Frestro in front of Baelran to give him energy so he can ult faster and begin, like, you know, regenerating health and ascending. Twins are going to be healing him. We have Soothrain spell, and hopefully that should be enough to get the Baelran ascended. Now, you know, ideally you would want to have like a dedicated healer, either Ludovic or Rowan. Rowan is a really good option with Baelran, but because we're running Rowan in team number 1 in the Lightbearer team, and he's really good for that as well, I think it is probably better to just run like Twins and Soothrain spell, and then Baelran will ascend us a little bit slower, but he still will ascend, and he can duel enemies really effectively, and yeah, this map is really good for him. And then in the back, we do have Pandora and Tassi again, with the Lucia Phantomal onto Tassi, because Tassi is going to be darting around and getting a lot of value from the Lucia Phantomal. However, definitely, if you don't want to run Tassi here, or you have a highly built Shimira, you can definitely have Pandora Shimira in the back, and that should be fine. And again, I am almost certain that when Pandora joins the fight later, she is going to put the ally into the box, who is rearmost, which will be the Tassi or Shimira here, and get that immediate ultimate off. I may be wrong, but like I'm 99% sure. So that is why I'm recommending these teams. So that is basically it for the free-to-play and mid-level of teams. And before we move on to the pay-to-win teams, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video and a pinned comment. And you can actually bookmark this link in your browser. And whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thank you all so much for the support. Okay guys, so now we have the pay-to-win team. So pay-to-win team number 1 is going to be the Lightbearer Marcel combo. Like I said, Marcel is going to be overall a stronger option compared to Galahad in this comp because she just nukes within seconds of the battle beginning. And Mahira is really good because she can buy basically another 2.5 seconds of time, or actually 2.9 seconds technically with her skill power. But basically, yeah, that has good synergy with this comp. But you don't have to run Mahira. Like we showed, Bonnie can also be run in a team like this. If you don't have Mahira built, I think Bonnie would be a good option. Definitely that you could run here. And Seismic Swell is really good with this team. Okay, moving on to team number 2. Team number 2 will be the very pay-to-win team. We're going to be running as our 3 heroes entering the battle, Dunlinger, Saida, Athalia. This is basically the core combo, which is so difficult to deal with. So the advantage of this is we're going to have the Dunlinger Bell, I believe, going off onto Saida when the battle begins. Saida will be able to cycle her ultimates and potentially even, lock enemies down with the blood spikes like in an AFK stage. We also have, Dunlinger is really important because he's going to block ultimates, and a lot of strategies people like to use is like nuking you really quickly in this map. But if Dunlinger is going to block their ultimate and we have, Athalia kill threat, kill pressure, they're not really going to pull off an ultimate combo really well. And then we also have Soothe Rain Spell. I think this is the best artifact choice for this team because it provides healing, it provides vitality, which enhances the value of our healing, and also it gives you a damage reduction buff and a haste buff at the plus 30 effect, which is also going to make this team even more difficult to deal with, and allowing Saida to keep, spawning her seeds, and then Athalia is just going to get a lot of value, right? As long as Saida is on the field, Athalia is going to be able to keep dealing her damage. So that is basically the idea behind this comp. And in the backup, we just have Aliceth and Igor. Honestly, you could also just run like a Pandora or something in the back. Like for example, you could again go for a Pandora plus Tassi combo. This would be really strong, taking good advantage of the Lucia Phantom when she enters the battle, and have basically it is a cleanup duty. So you can definitely go for that. But like if you want to go for the most maybe pay to win comp, then that is why I'm running this Aliceth and Igor. And yeah, I mean both of them will be good. Don't know which is necessarily better, but this one has a lot of stall factors. So okay, moving on to team number 3. Team number 3 is going to be the Chimera Fortress comp. And this is the first week I'm running it in Supreme Arena, but I have been running it in Clash Fronts and doing testing with it in the duel battle. And this team was actually come up with by Shadow. But basically, the reason this team is so effective, you're going to have the twins buffing up Chimera. Callan is going to be shielding her. You're going to have the Grim Executioner Phantom also buffing up Chimera, so she hits harder. Pack Bomb Spell, so even more basically damage reduction and basically tankiness for the team. Ludovic is going to be here healing up everyone, like or 3 different allies from the beginning. Kulo is going to apply the Fortress, blocking out melee heroes, and also increasing the range defense for your team. And so basically the team is going to be basically unkillable, unpenetrable, and Callan is going to be shielding everyone, and Callan with the Supreme Plus skill upgrade has massive shielding value. And then you're just waiting for your Chimera to get an ultimate off, and then she will clean up the enemy team. Now, of course, like the only real way, like I've seen maybe people beating this isn't Athalia, because Athalia has the ability to just nuke people like crazy. But the Pack Bomb spell really also does reduce Athalia's nuking and picking off potential of one of your team members. So yeah, this is going to be a great option. And overall, it isn't even that pay to win. And for example, if you don't have Kulu, you can replace for like a hero like Damon into a comp like this. Is only the problem with Damon here is that it's really awkward to get. You can't really get him to buff up Chimera, which is unfortunate. But yeah. So anyway, guys, hopefully this video is helpful and you're able to do well in Supreme Arena this week. If you have any other teams you would like to share or recommend, feel free to mention that in the comment section. That is always much appreciated and interesting to hear about. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and if you think about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video and a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make the purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.